For they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and never faint. Good day, saints, and welcome once again to my Bible and I Daily Devotion. We look at a chapter from the Bible each and every weekday. We're looking today in the book of Chronicles, chapter 19. Okay, a lot of key messages we can learn from this section. In fact, two that are quite dominant. Before we even look into these messages, let's close our eyes with a word of prayer. Our gracious Father in heaven, Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for continuing to teach us your word. Thank you for sharing light in our lives, Lord. Help us to receive your light. Help us to reflect of your light, Lord, and be able to share it and exude it, Lord, in the world around us. This is my humble prayer. In your mighty name, Lord. Amen. So yes, good day. We're looking at Chronicles chapter 19. Okay, my verse I've got two messages today, but let's look at the first one, 19 verses 5. It reads as follows. Then some went and told David about the man, and he sent, in fact, let's start at verse 4. It says, therefore Hanun took David's servants, shaved them, and cut off their garments in the middle at their buttocks, and sent them away. Then verses 5 says, then some went and told David about the men, and he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, wait at Jericho until your beards have grown, and then return. May the Lord add a blessing to his word now and forevermore. Amen. So in this section, essentially, okay, we're seeing that David had sent these men on a good cause, on a good mission. They had been sent to go and comfort the king of the king of the Ammonites, or the king of Ammon. They'd been sent to comfort the king. His father, or like the king had died, and his son was taking over the reign, and so they were sent to go and comfort the son because of his father. The father and David had a good relationship. So a lot was sent, and comforting words were sent. A whole troop of men is sent to comfort, the new coming king of Ammon. This is a very good cause, okay? However, though they went on good intentions, their good intentions were not rewarded with good. They were rewarded with evil, such that these men are now sitting and they're so heavily ashamed. We did not prepare for war. We did not prepare for battle. We did not prepare for anything negative. We prepared ourselves to go and comfort. Okay. So as a matter of fact, the men which were sent to go were men which were skilled in comforting. Okay. So that's what they know best. And so they arrived there, they're ashamed, and this is taking a lot from them. And sometimes life is going to bring certain situations in your life where you look back and you think, but I meant well. I did this because I meant well, okay? I did this from the bottom of my heart. I did this out of love. I did this to show, appreciation to this person, or to show my care and my consideration to this person, some form of sympathy. And however, when life rewards you, or when such a person rewards you with evil for all the good that you've done, it sort of puzzles you. It confuses you. What is it that I've done wrong? So these men are sort of puzzled, but at the same time, they hurt, okay? They did not expect this kind of response. And so men are sent to David, and they make them aware that, by the way, these men that you sent on a good cause, okay, they've been returned with an evil, action in return. And so David sends a message, or sends word, and says, these men, go and wait at Jericho. So they were to go and leave Ammon and go and wait in Jericho. Now there's something, peculiar about Jericho. When you recall Jericho, the Israelites, when they first arrived in the promised land, Canaan, to subdue it, Jericho was one of the first cities that they went and attacked. Remember, Jericho had fortified walls, okay? And God had told them, you guys are not going to fight the people of Jericho by using any form of weapons or any chariots. No, you're going to play your instruments. You're going to march around it. I, as God, am going to overtake Jericho myself. And so a miraculous incident happened, and the walls of Jericho tumbled. And that is how, Jericho was subdued. It was God himself. As a matter of fact, everything which was in Jericho, they were not supposed to even take for themselves. No booty was going to be for them, okay? It was all for God, okay? So Jericho was a place that had such a history, okay? And David is saying, men, go and wait in Jericho. So as I interpret this, I realize that essentially David is saying here, go and wait by the Lord. Go and wait in the Lord. When life has beaten you, when life has brought in all these challenges, has just brought you down to your knees, has has ridiculed and ashamed you, wait in the Lord. Don't try and, revenge for yourself, or don't try and do certain things to try and recoup your confidence, or try and redeem yourself. No, wait in the Lord. Remember, and they needed to wait until their beards were going to grow. Now, we don't really know, if the beards were going to take 3 days or are going to take a week. We don't really know, how long their beards had already grown. We don't know how long the period that the beards were going to need to grow. Okay, from this section, we don't learn that. So it had to be something external. Okay, they needed an external factor to assist them. Okay, they could not, allow the beards to grow by themselves. No. Okay, it is going to be God's timing that is going to determine how long these beards are going to grow. So yes, if we wait in the Lord, and say, Lord, this has happened in my life, but I trust your guidance, I trust your orchestration. Lord, I'm hurt. Okay, I feel like a failure right now, but I'm going to wait in you, Lord. Okay, because I know your timing is best. I know the way you lead things in my life is best, and so I'm going to wait in the Lord. So that's what David is telling these men. They had to wait in the Lord, and yes, they did. Now, another important lesson that we're seeing in 1 Chronicles chapter 19, we read in verses 12. It says, then he said, if the Syrians are too strong for me, then you shall help me. But if the people of Ammon are too strong for you, then I will help you. And this is now a second message I'm learning in the same chapter, because after this incident with the beards, there was now strife, there was now war between the Israelites and the Ammonites. And so the Ammonites paired with the Syrians, and they were going to now fight against the Israelites. And, David's commander of the army then separates his troops, and he says, you know what, the one half is going to be fighting against the Syrians, the other half is going to be fighting against the Ammonites. And he says something important here. He says, if the Syrians are too strong for you, okay, we are going to come to your aid. If the Ammonites are too strong for us, you are going to come to our aid. So where you are going to be our strength, we are going to be your strength. We both are going to bring in our best. We both are going to contribute our best, okay? We're going to work on our strengths, okay? And our strengths are going to assist, one another. But when you feel, a need, when there's a form of weakness, when there's a failure on your side, my strength is going to come to your aid, okay? When I am feeling weak, your strength is going to come to my aid. People, let us be a people that understand our strength. Know your strength. Cultivate your strength, contribute your strength, use your strength, okay? Yes, sometimes we focus on what we cannot do well, on our weaknesses, but it's time that we also focus on our strengths. Focus on what it is that you can do best, and do that very well. Contribute what you know you can do best, and when we do that, when we both give in our best, we all can, assist one another and become great together. So yes, these two lessons I pick up from 1 Chronicles chapter 19, wonderful, remarkable chapter. So if we are going to wait in the Lord, if we are going to give in our best, okay, we are going to be able to work together and become, a better people together. So yes, that's what I learned in this section today. And as we end this session, let's close our eyes with a word of prayer. Our gracious Father in heaven, Lord, thank you for this day. Lord, thank you for reminding us, Lord, of the importance of us waiting upon you, Lord. No matter how long it's going to take, but Lord, let us wait upon you, Lord, until you are the one that gives us the strength. You are the one that's going to give us the confidence. You are the one who's going to give us the deliverance, Lord. Let us wait upon you, Lord, and never grow tired of waiting upon you, Lord, because it always serves us best. And let's also, Lord, learn to bring in our best in all that we do, contribute our best in all that we do. Lord, that's my humble prayer. In your mighty name, Lord, amen. Have a wonderful and productive day. Take care.